winanddrive.com. This short video will explain what this website is all about. Um, Register for free and you could win one of those luxury cars whose manufacturer accepts Bitcoin or cryptocurrency as payment, because the private investors behind this concept um, have the ability to pay for one of those cars, and this is what we are offering to all of our members: one car delivered globally. Now we are going to be selecting a car from one of those brands that are happy to accept Bitcoin, obviously, because we'll be paying in Bitcoin. And there is roughly a 1 to 5,000 chance to win this car, because we are expecting about 5,000 members, maybe a little more, maybe less, but um, 5,000, 1 to 5,000 is the ratio. And that's all we're really looking for. We're not looking for millions of people to participate in this at this point. So what happens next? Well, once you register, of course, a six-figure dollar worth of car paid for by us will be given to one person. But there's a second aspect. You get to test our new system, which is why we are gathering this small group of people, just about 5,000, and you will be invited for beta testing. Beta testing is basically an advanced stage testing where the finished product is shown to you, and you can then play around and click on different things and test the different functions, and then get back to us and tell us if it works for you and if you think improvement is necessary. And finally, the third reason you want to opt in for free and register for free is the exclusive pre-sale of our tokens, which will be available to the registered people at rock bottom price before it goes to the general market and more tokens are sold to the general market. So why us? Who are we? Well, the executive team is quite comprehensive, actually. We've got experts from private equity, from capital markets, legal people, crypto gurus, some very famous names in the world of cryptocurrency, and some specialists and advisors are on board. But the two important characters, two important team members and inspirational leaders to pay attention to are Dean Anastos. He will be designing the entire, he's already begun designing the entire blockchain, and Abdul, who is the specialist pulling together the mobile phone downloadable app and helping with the integration of the blockchain. These two gentlemen are important to bear in mind. And of course, the main man is our $800 million man, Mr. Max Gaza. He's been involved in various highly successful projects. Just four are listed here: Dragon Coin, Kryptonite, Vectorzilla, and Dionysus, which is which are four cryptocurrencies. Just four. He's involved in more, but he's the one to pull together the whole system, and the projects he's been behind have helped raise more than $800 million. In fact, Dragon alone on its own, as you can see here, raised close to $400 million, and that is one of the fourth most successful ICO or initial coin offering to date. This is why it's important to bear in mind that Max is the person to bring together Dean and Abdul and many of our executive team, and he is behind this system. So what are the project teams, streams? Well, to begin with, we already formed a team and going through the process of setting up the right type of companies, and then ultimately leading towards the execution of the business model. On the other hand, there is obviously the development necessary for the mobile phone application. This is already in progress and doing very, very well. Then there is the development of the blockchain. Again, an expensive process. It takes many man hours of highly paid people to put it together. And this will be in preparation to launch the initial coin offering. Another stream is building the ecosystem. Now, this is where Win and Drive comes in here at the very bottom. The ecosystem is the first part of what we're doing. From the ecosystem, from collecting about 5,000 members roughly, we'll be then moving on to the beta testing phase, and from the beta testing phase we will then be able to launch the actual app. Right now, we are in between ecosystem build and beta testing, and hopefully by the end of October, we should have around 5,000 people. If not, no problem. If we have more, that's also fine. But that is roughly when we will be in a position to declare certain winners. Now, win and drive, what is an ecosystem? It's simply people that use the system. The people and the system put together is the ecosystem. And there has to be some money supply taking place. So the circulation plus the platform plus the users all together, put together, is the ecosystem. So at the alpha stages, it'll be just a very few people that will be testing to see if this thing is working the way the vision of the executive team is, and if it is going along in the right way. Once that has been done, then it'll move on to the 5,000 odd members who have registered with us for free. That is the beta testing phase. Then there will be some security checking on the whole package. That's known as gamma testing, or you can call it the launch. When we are ready to actually hand it over to millions of people, there will be a proper public launch. Now, for the alpha testing stage, we want to incentivize people to introduce this system to just a few select people. So how are we doing that? We're offering 3 further prizes. And this is for growing. This is for registered members, those who've registered for the car to win the car. Then they go on to introduce a few more people. And this is not multi-level marketing or a referral business or anything like that. It's none of that. This is a very simple case of finding people who are willing to help us improve the product so we can be ready to take it public. Now, in Santa Monica, California, there will be a Bloomberg television show at the end of October. This has been booked already. The time has been allocated already. We know it is taking place, and that's where Max and some others from the team will be able to tell the whole world what this thing is about. It will be on Bloomberg television, which has 300 million viewers or subscribers on its various media platforms. And it's a massive involvement. We are able to present our product on Bloomberg TV. And therefore, the Santa Monica holiday has been already negotiated and decided that whoever wins it is them and one more person. So 2 people get an all-inclusive holiday to Santa Monica, flights, hotel, and a few expenses there. All of that will be taken care of. You'll be hosted, and you get to be on the set of a television show where our product will be launched or displayed to the public or discussed to the public for the first time. There are 2 further prizes, which are obviously a little smaller, a bit of Ethereum and a bit of Bitcoin. And this is just for helping grow the ecosystem. So, of course, some people make more effort, others make less. So we have a top 20 selection process. Top 20 people who introduce others, they'll be given another prize draw and multiple entries, so that there is a good chance for the hard workers to actually get one of these prizes. So, do you want to be on a television set? Here is Max and Dean, and in bottom here is shown as Nick Spanos, also known as the godfather of Bitcoin. These people have already been on television regarding Dionysius coin. This was filmed in Cannes at the Cannes Film Festival, where they presented a blockchain solution to the film industry. But besides the film industry, there are other projects that are taking place, and each of those websites I'd shown you earlier, you can check those out, the 4 coins that are already launched and have cumulatively raised $800 million in the market. This is the team that is putting our project together, and they believe this will be the biggest yet. Now, why are we rewarding members with these prizes and vacation, etc.? Well, it's very simple. The app itself deals with members being able to drive a brand new car of their choice or your choice for a fraction of the normal cost, available in most countries globally. So Most people in the world can participate in this and will be able to drive a brand new car of their choice for just a fraction of the cost it would normally cost them. Now, this app development is already taken place without asking anybody for any money. This is privately funded. The ICO is a ERC223 utility token, and this is what will be used for payments inside of the app, mobile phone app. The app itself will be free to download, so we can roll it out to millions and millions of people who don't have to pay to use the app. Um, but at the same time, this is the currency that will be used to make the payments inside the app. And it's a global environment, it's borderless, and because it's blockchain based, it's absolutely transparent. You can see exactly what has happened at what second, nanosecond transactions are shown. This again is an expensive process. Again, this is taken care of by private funding. And actually, Max is the one who will be paying for the luxury car, and he's already started off these processes of developing these things. And he's the one to pull together a whole team of people. So the application, the cryptocurrency token, the legals, and all the prizes are already taken care of in private capital. So what's left? Well, left is the ecosystem. We only know so many people each, but many people know many more people. And this is where the ecosystem is a member-driven phenomenon. And we're only looking for 5,000 people, to be honest, but many people may know more than that. I don't know. But this is why we want to incentivize. We want to give something in advance and over and above to those people who are happy to help us grow this ecosystem, which is the membership base in the early stages. And in the early stages, it is just for beta testing mainly, as I explained here. The early stages, 5,000 members roughly will be invited to beta test. You don't have to. You don't have to participate in the token pre-sale. You don't have to participate in anything at all. But just by introducing a few people to the system who you think might be interested, gives them an opportunity to check our system out before the rest of the world has a chance to even see what it is. In fact, you can get used to it and you can understand how it works really, really well and have that advantage over the rest of the world when we expect millions of other people to be using the system. Why should millions of other people use the system? Well, how else are you going to drive a brand new car for a fraction of the cost? So this system allows it, and we are putting this together, and we expect this to be one of the biggest ICOs so far. We're only aiming for a modest amount to begin with, but we know that we will probably exceed that amount by 8 to 10 times even, depending on how quickly and how well we can put everything together. And this is the time frame in which to grow the system. Hopefully you find this video helpful in explaining what Win and Drive capture page does. It's simply registering your email addresses so we know that you're interested in being part of this amazing, proven team that has raised over $800 million in the last 12 months alone. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.